Before VAS, I was lost and helpless.
We cannot afford anything coming out my paycheck. I mean, like I say, we live from paycheck to paycheck.
I was not doing well. I was very discouraged.
I met Andreas when he came into a walk-in clinic that we had.
I wanted full custody of my daughter and I didn't know what to do.
I see him as a young man. He seemed very put together.
This was my second shot at trying to get custody, honestly. The first time I failed miserably.
We had a fairly recent change in the law for non-parent custody cases, and so kind of printed off the computer some new case law, and he took that to the hearing, and he told me afterwards, like, I told the judge, and the judge had looked it up, and yeah.
They gave me more of a clear path of what to do, what the laws were, what I was facing.
I was really proud to help him, really proud to see a father work so hard to remedy his past. He went to trial with opposing counsel. The law had changed. At the end of the day, he got his daughter back.
Jesse came in embarrassed. He was a man with a great deal of pride, and that he worked very hard to provide for his family.
Me and wife, we were looking at possibility of bankruptcy, mainly behind a hospital bill.
Being trained as lawyers, sometimes we see people that haven't paid a debt or they have not paid their rent. One of the things I've learned through VAS is that there is more than just a legal issue there.
He sat down with me, walked me through the process, went to the hospital with me, talked to somebody at the hospital to help with the bill.
Circumstances I learned through that interview, which were that Jesse could not read. So they never responded to the compassionate care notices.
When I asked, well, how much? But this is free, we're gonna help you. It blew me away.
Central Washington Hospital was able to help Jesse through compassionate care and write off the entire debt. VAS not only provided legal services, but I hope that VAS was able to make a substantial change for the good in Jesse's life.
He took care of everything. Everything. I was blown away.
It was when I was going through the beginnings of a divorce after 29 years.
She had to make some really tough personal decisions about what she was going to do next with her life.
If you have to have a divorce, nobody on this earth likes to go through one. But, at least she helped things through to make it easier for me.
I was talking with Melody over the phone in about November, and she shared with me that she'd just gotten her own apartment. This was the first time since she was a teenager, and this is what struck me, where she could set the temperature in her own home. She could set the thermostat and decide if she felt a little cold, she could actually turn up the heat.
It's nice that I have ended up with a friend with all of this. So it's just incredible how my life has changed.
Was able to open up a whole lot of doors that I didn't know existed. And it was because of the help that we got.
Equitable justice is that you get a fair shot.
We want to make sure that every single person's legal journey is fully understood and easy to navigate.
When you give somebody service in a way that's accessible to them and that means something to them,
it allows that person to represent themselves, to be who they are, to know that they can do this.
And VAS has been there to help people when they needed it most.
And to me, he was an answer to our prayer.
They were the ones to help me to be able to do it without them, I really don't think that I could have.
You know, the overall impact is just, you know, I get to see my daughter every day, you know. There's not a day that goes by that I don't get to see my daughter.
I know that I'm happy because of this organization.
After all this time, that I can really sit there and tell him, thank you.
I don't know how to thank her. And once I got asked to do this, I knew I could do it. Thank you, Emily Gail. I appreciate it.